welcome back to our 4th edition of Wednesday Wellbeing. Decided to come indoors today actually to do a little bit of meditation, or in fact, even better than that, just to teach you how to do it. You do hear this word mindfulness a lot. I don't really like the word mindfulness. It would, that basically says the mind is full. Well, the idea is to try and clear the mind. Now, just on that, that's where people go wrong, because when they try to meditate, they fail because they think they should be stopping their thoughts, and that's never going to happen. Our brains are constantly moving, and so are yours. The only problem is with that even when we're asleep, our brains are still going. That's why we dream, and that's why we have nightmares and so on. Who's ever been out there right now? Who's ever been in the middle of the night, lying in your bed, trying to go to sleep, and you can't do it? Well, we're going to come on to how to handle that in a minute. You're lying there at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and the more you try and go back to sleep, the more you can't. Well, there's a very, very simple way of doing that. There's a couple of things you can do. What happens is the mind is constantly moving, and sometimes the mind wakes you up because there's something on your mind. So the best thing to do is 2 things. 1, the thing that you're thinking about in the middle of the night is not going to go away unless one of the 2 things that you can do. You can put it into the worry monster, we can put your worries into there, or for us adults, we can actually just write our problems down and unload it onto paper. The fact of the matter is, we're not going to solve the problem at 3 or 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. This is the reason. The last thing we do before we go to bed is usually look at our phones and watch the TV. That tells our eyes to tell our brain it's the middle of the night, because the light from the phone is exactly the same as the sun. So every evening, around about 7 or 8 o'clock, our brains are releasing what's called melatonin. Melatonin is a sleep chemical, and it starts us getting ready for bed. And what do? We watch Coronation Street or Peppa Pig, or you look at your phones, or you play computer games, and you wonder why we can't go to sleep. So it's important for the last hour before we do go to sleep is just spend some time with ourselves. So firstly, let's get into the meditation stance, if there is one. First of all, you don't need to do this. Okay, you don't need to do that. You just need to have your back straight. If you want to sit on your bed or against the wall, back straight. Rest your hands so they're comfortable. It could be here, it could be here. Don't immediately close your eyes. Let's just have a look at where we are and use our senses, our sense perceptions. Taste, touch, smell. I've got a nice incense stick on. So we get ourselves relaxed. What will usually happen is, as soon as we start to close our eyes, a thought will come in. Maybe we'll start thinking about our dinner. Maybe we'll start thinking about the thing we need to do tomorrow. We need to pay a bill. We need to do that thing for work. We need to get that homework in for school. Oh, what shall I have for my tea on Saturday? Before you know where you are, you're sitting there thinking. And that's the hard bit. Let's look at these thoughts that come into our heads. The best way of looking at them is like bubbles. It's important to point out, though, that we are not actually our thoughts. A lot of people run around in different directions and they think they are their thoughts, which means the thought and the brain are controlling most people's lives. The argument for that is, well, if you are your thoughts, who is it who's having the thoughts? So the person that we need to try and get in hold of is right in here. The essence of who we are lies in the soul of us, not our bodies and not our minds, but in here. And this is why it's important to meditate. I've had some fantastic times meditating. Sometimes it's harder than others, sometimes it's amazing, but we owe it to ourselves to quieten the mind. So let's go back. Relaxing the body. Deep breath in through the nose. Regulating our breathing, which means my in-breath is 1, and my out-breath is 2, my in-breath is 3, and so on to 10. Once you get to 10, you can count back. Notice when you've got your eyes closed, the awareness. Let's tune into, we are just aware of being here, now, in the present moment. A thought will come in. Don't follow the thought. Observe the thought from the outside. You can watch the thought come into your mind, and then you can gently push it away, and we'll deal with it another time. Don't follow the thought. If you follow the thought, it starts off thinking about what you need to have for tea later on, and then it follows into where you're going to go on holiday next year. And you follow it and follow it and follow it, and before you know where you are, it's got you. So, if you are really struggling, what we could do is give the brain something to do and quieten it. A little bit like you'd give a ball to a dog to quieten it, give it something to do. So let's give it a colour. I'm going to think of the colour yellow. I quite like yellow. I'm going to think of a sunflower or a daffodil. So I'm going to think of the colour yellow. I'm going to say it over and over in my head. Yellow, daffodil. And that will give my brain something to do while I calm down. If we don't do this on a regular basis, here's what happens. Imagine we're in front of a pool of water right now. And the moment we get up, there's a drop of a pebble in the water disturbing it. That'd be your text message or something else. Your mum shouts you and there's something else in the pool and something else. And by the end of the day, actually what's happening is our little pool is going like this. And then we're all over the place. And this is the scary bit. Not too scary, but a little bit scary. If we follow all of these things, we will be in a position where we're watching things on the TV that are a little bit scary, maybe the latest statistics on COVID, or the latest statistics on an election, or somebody else has done something that's happened and that awful thing is happening. It's all going into our minds. Then it stays there. We don't think it does, but it does. It stays there and starts manifesting its way out into our bodies. The big word, that manifestation, what that means is the brain sends signals to the body to tell the body there's a fearful situation at hand. And that's when we have things like heart palpitations, bloated tummies, psoriasis, eczema. It comes out of our bodies in stress, and it's all being controlled by the mind. So, what we're going to do, we're all going to be in class or at home. I want you to find a comfortable place, sit up straight, don't lie down, sit up straight, rest your hands, put your back straight, and gently close your eyes. I brought some friends with me to help us do this, so if you just have your eyes closed, let's just do this. Deep breath in. Slowly breathe out through your mouth. Another deep breath in. I want you to, while your eyes are closed, scan your body. Which parts are tight? Is it your neck? Is it your arms? Is your tummy in knots? Let's try and relax those parts. Deep breath in right into your tummy and breathe out. Imagine you're sitting in a forest, in a clearing. All you can hear is the wind in the trees and the birds. You can smell the woodland floor, and you just focus on your breath. If a thought comes in, let's just focus on the birds. Deep breath in, hold it, breathe out, and as you breathe out, I want you to say the word calm in your head as you breathe out. Almost I want you to see the words calm coming out of your mouth. Let's try that again. And that's releasing all the tension. And you're identifying you are just pure awareness, just being. You are not going to follow any thought. There is no time. There is nowhere to be. There is no rush. There is no future. There is no past. There is only now. The present moment. Open your eyes. That was the very, very quick idea of what it's like. You can actually do a few things that are going to help us to do this. There are various things on YouTube and other channels that you can tune into, put your headphones on, listen to some music, and that will help you as well. You see, there are certain vibrations, like these little things, for example, that will help us calm down. These are tinsel bells. These are amazing. Listen to this. Everything's a vibration and a frequency. The bird songs, some of music by Mozart, I think he wrote everything at 432 hertz. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to be consciously aware that you are not your thoughts. And if you look in the mirror and you don't like something about yourself, it's only your brain telling you that way. It's not necessarily the truth. We have to be very careful what we whisper to ourselves, because the brain is just there to help us survive and help our bodies function and to make decisions. So we need to go beyond that and observe our thoughts from the outside. So here's the tasks. It's important that we constantly strive to find our happy place. So the first task I would like you to do, I would like you to draw a picture of you, as many beautiful colours as you can get hold of, in your happy place, in a forest, on a beach. I want you happy in that place. I want you completely focused on drawing and painting. No distractions, because when you're focused on drawing and creating, you're actually calming yourself down anyway. I want you to switch your phones off, and I want you to get involved in painting and drawing you in your happy place. Secondly, I would like you to walk in nature more. Walk amongst the birds, go for a walk with mum and dad, and don't necessarily speak. And don't walk with your mobile phone. That's not really relaxing. So that's task 2. I also want you to be still on your bed every night for 7 days for 10 minutes with no technology, no TV, nothing, no text messages, and I want you to sit on your bed and just do a spot of breathing. Relaxation, and scan down your body, which parts are stiff, and just relax. I want you to be grateful for the things that you've got, so I want you to practice gratitude every single night for the next 7 days. And the final task that I want you to do is to be positive for 24 hours. No negativity, no complaining, no bullying, no shouting, nothing. Let's just have an experiment. If anyone around you is shouting, move out of the way. If anything on the television is awful for you to watch or hear, move away. I want 24 hours of peace, kindness, love and calm. And here's why. How on earth can we be good company for other people if we don't know who we are and we're not happy with ourselves? And I see this all of the time, especially in relationships and in work situations. Other people cannot make you happy full time. Only we can make ourselves happy. So let's find our happy place. Let's draw our happy place. Let's meditate more, once every day for 10 minutes. Breathe and calm the mind. This world is constantly driven by people with ego, success, money, fame, and as a result, good souls are being ruined daily. Let's not follow these people. Let's just be the comfortable situation that is me. You are a human being. You are human in form, and you are just being. This is it. The present moment. It's beautiful. All these lights and sounds. I don't follow happiness anymore. I don't chase it. I don't strive to be happy. I just notice the joyous moments in every moment. What a way that would be. The next time you have a cup of tea, enjoy the cup of tea more. If you put your pajamas on to rush downstairs to do something, do it slowly. Perhaps smell the pajamas, put them on, and enjoy just being. You've been given these things for a reason, yet we only seem to use one or two these days. So, namaste. Next week, we're going to talk about goals and dreams, and I'm really looking forward to that because we're going to try and do this live. So, you owe it to ourselves, we owe it to ourselves, to just be at peace with who we are and just be joyous. Okay? Everything's energy and vibration and frequency. Let's just remember that. Namaste. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.